guess you've all heard this, apart from Teresa, who's tuning in today. But we start the way we start. Folks, until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know I will say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello, and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. It's that time for great minds to meet and perform this beautiful ritual, a ritual that every developing nation needs. My name is Ansah, Kwao, the fourth Chief of the Little Republic of Akwamu Edumasa. Welcome to another edition of That's My Opinion. Now, every Monday, right here on Joy 99.7 FM, right after News Night, don't forget to set your reminders and join in this beautiful ritual while we all meet. Jojo, agree, disagree, but whatever it is, make our nation great again. Folks, today I know you will disagree with me. Most of you will disagree with me. But I also believe that it will be of great help to this nation. Folks, today I am asking, can a nation develop on compassion? Can a nation develop on compassion? Can a nation develop without sacrifice? That's what I'm asking. I am calling for a very heavy-handed administrational revolution. Now, I know the word revolution is a taboo. As soon as you say revolution, we all panic. But I am calling for a very heavy-handed administrational revolution. I know my colleagues in the media, my lawyer friends, will not agree with me today. Also, those who break the law in the name of poverty and in the name of, do you know who I am? They will not have it. But by the time I am done, I should be able to get some of you to see where I am coming from. Folks, there are so many prisons that a country can build. I mean, we can't build a prison on every street or every house or every interchange, build a prison. There are so many cases that can be heard by the courts. Our courts are choked. If you hear some of the cases, you will marvel. How many more can we throw away in jail? Yam thieves getting 5 years, pickpockets getting 7 years, petty crimes, chokes our prisons. And let us also bear in mind that even though the prisons are choked with these petty crimes, over 80% of the cases go unsolved. Over 80% of the cases go unsolved. So just bear that in mind. Folks, in a developing nation, it is not everything that is communicated through pampering, begging, pleading, coercing, especially when it is clear common sense. When lives are at stake, when people's liberties are at stake, when people's air around them are at stake, when people's water they drink are at stake. You see, for many people, it's not every day that they think. Most of the things they do are on autopilot, just going through a routine which has now become a culture. That's it. You get up, bath, walk out, walk to the same place, do the same thing, come back, eat, sleep, watch the same program. Done. The whole day he hasn't thought. Everything is just autopilot. Doing what everyone does and getting away with murder. They have no reason to think or even to consider others. That's their normal life. Some deliberate, some ignorant. Now, I have said this many times, that if the politics is wrong, what else can be right? So here we are with bad politics and a very bad indisciplined culture. And for the fear of losing power through the ballot, our leaders would dare not stop this madness. Because why? These same mad people are the people who will queue up to go and vote. And therein lies our woes. Therein lies our woes. The same people perpetuating danger and hazards and killing people are the same people who go and vote. So you dare not stop them, because they will vote you out. Folks, we cannot build a nation with this softy, lofty rule of law that we are practicing, where everyone is running to the court and dragging cases as long as they can drag it all the way to Supreme Court, when they know they are clearly in the wrong, but hey, they have the means and they have the right, and so why not? Don't build nations like that. No nation's ever been built like that. The police will stop a traffic offender, clear violation of the law, and then they start processing them for court. You do a illegal U-turn on the motorway, and you want the taxpayer to fund the court for you to go and have your day there. What a sweet country. Today, I can take a mining machine, get to Chebi, put it on the river Brame today, pollute it as much as I can. To the point where even the Ghana Water Company had to shut down their pumps because the pollution was too high. And then I want to be sent to court to have my day in court. Oh yes. What a beautiful country. Now, how many buildings have blocked waterways, which end up flooding whole areas, putting law-abiding citizens in terrible situations, costing them so much? But you know what? He's already finished building the house and already blocked the way. So let's just leave it. Bear with it. Don't break it down. Don't break it down. Go to the Wager Dam site. The land left for the spillover when the Wager Dam gets filled. As at now that I'm speaking, people are still building right there. They openly. It's just there. But you can't break it. And the police, folks, here's the irony. They are struggling with funding. We hear it. We need cars, we need police stations, we need cells, we need houses to accommodate the police. They need gadgets, bulletproof, walkie-talkies, guns. They need all these things. Companies and individuals have to donate to support them. Can you imagine how compromised they become once an individual or a company supports the police? You compromise them through no fault of theirs, but they have to accept it, otherwise they shut down the police, begging for support. And here are millions to be made. In fact, folks, billions to be made. Now here's my proposal. Folks, if you are caught breaking traffic rules, driving on the shoulder because there's traffic, overloading, running red lights, breaking street lights, breaking traffic lights, driving without insurance, driving without due care and attention, driving without a license, no lights on your vehicle, at night driving. Now this is where some of us will depart. This is where the disagreement had be departed. But you have to stay with me. Folks, there should be a spot fine of 500 Ghana cedis. Now you will have 14 days to rectify if there's a fault or problem with your car and pay up. Because on day 15, that fine goes up to 1,000 Ghana cedis. Then every week after that, it goes up by 500 cedis, including the car pound charge. Because if your car is being seized and is in the pound, including the pound charges. After 12 weeks, that car will be eligible for option. 80% of the monies will go to the police, 20% to NCC to warn people of the consequences and the need to abide by the law. Folks, I said there should be a spot fine of 500 Ghana cedis. You will have 14 days to rectify a problem if there's a problem on the car and pay up. Your car will be seized and sent to a pound. You will pay the pound charges, and if your car is towed, you pay the towing charges. Every week from day 15, it goes up to 1,000. And then 500 Ghana cedis will be added every week. After 12 weeks, that car will be eligible for auction. 80% of the proceeds will go directly to the police, 20% to NCC, to warn people, to tell them to think, because the times have changed. No more cartoons, singing and dancing. If you drive, you must have a license. No. No more cartoons. Just go out there and drive and see. The need to abide by the law. Folks, people will revolt, yes. But if MPP and NDC, our usual corporate, come together to say, yes, we all agree to this, whether you vote us in or out, this is the way forward, then there will be no voter blackmail. There will be sanity, which we need to build this nation. As for pollution of rivers, folks, it is the highest form of espionage in warfare. It is the highest to poison someone's water body. Folks, it is like using very abusive words for God Almighty. Yes, it's like abusing God, using very bad words for God. But look, aside the one thing that guarantees life in this whole universe, from Pluto, Saturn, all the millions of stars and all of God's creation, the next thing that guarantees life is water. Is water. And so there can't be any reason in this world that anyone can have. I need money for school fees. My husband died. I need to feed the kids. I'm an orphan. I'm hungry. There's nothing. Folks, if I were the commander of Operation Vanguard, anyone in or on a river to mining, you may not live to see any courtroom. If you're prepared to kill millions with your mercury, you must be prepared to die. You must be prepared to die. You cannot tell me school fees. Therefore, everybody downstream should die because you're going to pay school fees, or your husband died, or you're an orphan. Are you the only orphan in the world? And so if you're prepared to put mercury and all these poisonous substances in water, Joe, you must know that this is a suicide mission. It will be shoot to kill, no pampering. And all property seized should be sold and given to the men on the operation. It should be worth their while. They should be compensated heavily and directly. It should be worth their while to put this nonsense to a stop once and for all. There is no country in this world that in peacetime have poisoned their waters, polluted, diverted, destroyed the waters as we have. This sort of madness has never existed anywhere in the world. Where in peacetime there's no war, we are not at war with anyone. We just step in there and mess it up for everybody. Water. And you want to go to courtroom? Lord have mercy. But you see, we are the ones who will say no and quickly jump onto the side of the wrongdoer. Show a human face. Have compassion. And yet, when we travel, folks, even before we travel, we will go and sit outside patiently in the sun in front of an embassy, obey all their rules. And when we get there, suddenly there's no more human face. It is only here that suddenly the human has a face that has no common sense, but has a face that we have to recognize. Operation Administrative Revolution. People must be made to think or pay. Simple. Folks, you think or you pay. If you're mentally, disturbed too, fine. There are homes for that. Go in there. But if you're not going to be in a mental home and you're going to be out here, then folks, you think or you pay. Folks, why do you think thieves and armed robbers don't go to the Flagstaff House to steal? Are there any signs to say, oh, no stealing here? But no. They know what will happen. Has anyone, heard advised or seen any cartoons from NCCE saying that please don't go and steal in the Flagstaff house, it is dangerous? No, we haven't. So folks, you see, it's not everything that is achieved through pampering. Certain things should be drilled in the citizen. Certain things should be drilled into the citizen. That this is a no-go area. Like sanitation. It's warfare. Simple. The issue of sanitation is warfare. Simple. You flout, you pay. And you pay heavily. That's it. That's how everybody else, nowhere, that's where everyone did it. Singapore, UK, New York, whatever it is, that's how they achieved it. Every human being wants to find out where the boundary is. They want to push their boundary. So you also set a boundary for them and say, this is your boundary. You cross, you pay. Because folks, too many of us are paying dearly, some with their lives, for the lack of thinking of others, who think they can just get away with anything, so why not? I can cross the traffic and not get caught, so why not? I can do an illegal overtaking, kill people, jump onto the next bus, and still keep my job, so why not? Folks, there are too many who don't even know that their actions are dangerous. That's how stupid they are. Just don't know. If you have caused them to pay up for not thinking, believe you me, people will start thinking. People will start thinking. Because we can't have a nation where, we don't want to think. We just want to get up and have everything for free. It's not possible. There must be lots of thinkers. Yes, you by all means get one or two miscreants. But when there are hundreds and thousands of miscreants, it becomes a problem. But it should not end there, folks. There are too many zombies working at the assemblies. How many of your areas you're driving and there's a pothole and there's something which you know that this could be fixed. You don't even need any budget, just a few logistics, a trip of laterite, something could be solved, but nothing happens. There were poto ubetomu for months, boom blind. Just know that one grader could have solved this thing, but omunya da. And so if you look at the number of people who are unemployed, and you look at the number of people loitering with intent at these district assemblies, it doesn't add up. How can it be? And then on the other side, there are so many people too who have work who don't want to work. You would think that because of people who are unemployed, those who are working would work extra hard to make themselves indispensable. But with us, no. So it shouldn't end there, folks. There should be a shake-up. There should be a shake-up to rescue Ghana. There should be a shake-up to rescue Ghana. People should think. People must think. And if you don't want to think, then pay up. But before you come in, it's Prostat 60. It says, are you 40 years old and above? Have you ever experienced any of these symptoms in your body recently? Frequent urination, especially at night, pain in the lower back or the area between your anus and your testicles, discomfort or pain during or after ejaculation. A burning pain during urination, incomplete emptying of the bladder, dribbling, and a weak stream during urination, then Prostat 60 is your solution. So Prostat 60 is a 100% natural herb drug, uniquely formulated and produced from pure herbal extract. Now, Prostat 60 helps the body to improve urine flow naturally and also an immune booster. Prostat 60 is available in pharmacies, over-the-counter medicine, and herbal shops. Prostat 60 is approved by the FDA and is not suitable for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children below 12 years of age. For bulk purchase, contact Phytotech Limited. Take the number down. 020 99 777 020 99 777 or 0246 490 116 0246 490 116. Prostate 60, breaking through in prostate health management. And I say good evening to Victor Hem. But by now I'm sure you want to talk to me and disagree with me. Maybe it's too heavy-handed. Maybe you think that's the way to go. But hey, that's the beauty of the show. 0302 216 541. My first caller is Mohazu. Hello, my brother.
Hello, Mr. Nana Ansah, Kwao, the MP to come. Yeah, I said that you are MP you'll be MP very soon because it seems you are enacting some laws. I don't know whether it is a bylaw or any law that you are bringing. But my question is, you are able to bring your laws very well, but I want to ask, don't we have the existing laws? It is not the making of laws, but it is the enforcement.
Well, the existing law is that going to court. So you catch me at Koforidia, I need to come to Accra, and you take me to court.
Yeah, in fact, that is the bureaucracy that we have.
Yes. So if we can cut it short and make sure that the policeman also benefits from the work he's doing, so that.
So you are proposing on the spot injustice. I think that's what you want to do.
On the spot, on certain cases, it should be on the spot. I mean,
it should be on the spot, and then that is why sometimes revolution time people will obey the law. But now because of democracy, let's go to court, and people are doing whatever they want. I think what you are saying is true. We need to have certain instance justice at least in our books, in our law books, in our court, and it will work perfectly. And that's what other nations have done. They have developed. Thank you very much, Nana. And then I will need your number so that we talk privately.
Talk to my producer there. Thank you very much. Samson Laddie says, die? How? Shoot to kill? Big question mark. I told you Samson will not agree with me. Samson, if I had the power and you dare pollute my water, you will not live. But Stephen is on the line. Hello, Stephen.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you raised interesting topic tonight. There's one I wouldn't agree too much, but there's another thing that I want to say. The first one is the fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is fantastic, but the procedure probably would give the police more, what's the right word to use? The bribery levels will go up higher. Because once they know that the citizens, if you don't pay, it's going to go up, people will negotiate with them. And so there must be something else that also checks the policeman. Otherwise, it will be an extra futility.
No, the policeman who enacts the laws gets direct benefit when the car is sold. So at the end of the month, they will put you down that, Constable Brown, you arrested 16 cars. 16 cars were sold. We got maybe 100,000, out of which this X percentage is put onto your wages. He must benefit. There cannot be this baboon.
The benefit goes directly to the policeman.
Part of it should go to the policeman.
Yeah, okay.
It must be worth his while.
Okay.
It must,
that's fine.
Yeah, so apart from his normal wages,
they would also find flimsy excuses to just.
So then you have to sit up because we can't have a free case. You must sit up so that when the policeman stops you, you are squeaky clean. I'm within the speed. My car is fine. I haven't, driven over the shoulders of the road. You must be squeaky clean.
Yeah. Okay. The second one, which is a quick one.
Yeah.
That has to do with the state of some of the roads. I mean, if you look at even Circle, just the railway line, I noticed that the traffic built up at the roundabout, the two roundabouts there, it's because of just that railway line, just across it. The after the railway line, it's so deep, you need to actually stop, come very slow, otherwise your oil some probably will just go up. Every car just there, you stop. And I heard you see that the road is just in and it's going. So just a little bit to just stop that one would ease a lot of the traffic. And also connected first light. It's terrible. And it only just requires a few words on that one, and a lot of the traffic would go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0302216541. Pakojo is on the phone.
Hi, Nana. Good evening.
Good evening, Pakojo.
How's it?
I'm hanging in there.
I'm tempted to agree with you. But see, in a system where the policeman himself is breaking the law, then you don't really know what gives him the impetus to say A, B, or C. In the case where I know the law more than the policeman, then it becomes your word against the policeman's word. In countries where sport fines are instituted, Nana, every citizen is educated on the rights he or she has, so that when you break the law, there's nothing like even questioning the authority of the policeman. You understand me? Now, we live in a country where over 10 years, the most important road in our country has been without light, the motorway. Ministers drive on it, the MPs themselves drive on the road. And so the point is, we are powerless as citizens. And when you say it, they will not label you as NTP or NDC. I am looking for a country where if you say I've done A, B, or C wrongly, you must point which law I have broken in the country. And then I'll be given the right to look for a counsel. The reason why sport fines cannot work in this country is that everybody is proven innocent until proven guilty, right? Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And so we go to the law court and we fight the case out. I think that when our policemen are educated to understand the law, then we'll be making progress, Nana. Good evening, and God bless you.
Good evening, too, and God bless you. Yes, I'm not saying the courts will never work. The courts will definitely work, but, if it's in the middle of the night and you're driving with no tail lights, heavy laden with charcoal, are you going to go to the court and tell me I'm not guilty? But Seth is on the phone. Hello, Seth.
Hello, Nana.
Let me hear you, my brother.
Yeah, good evening.
Talk to me.
Yes, I like your program. Yes, I have two things to contribute to.
Let me hear you.
Yes. The first one is driver or vehicle offenses. I can tell you the solution is not far-fetched. The number of cars in Ghana, they are not that many. For that matter, we can have a very effective database. Let's get the police a device that can capture the number of that car, and then whatever offense that car has committed, then the fee is there. It is charged to the car, so that when the car goes for roadworthy, then they charge the amount to it. Before then, they will send you a message that your car has committed this offense, blah, blah, blah. So, when you are going to pay your roadworthy, then all the offenses that you have committed within the time, they will charge it to you, and you pay. And this one, then they can pay the percentage to the police, and this one, nobody can, evade that. And this is a very simple thing to do.
And it must be done. And it must be done to rescue this country. We have no choice. But Alfred is on the phone. 0302-216-541. Hello, Alfred.
Yeah, hello, Nana. Good evening.
Good evening.
One of my biggest worries, what is the use of the pavements in this country?
Use of prisoners?
Pavement.
Use of pavements?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's a whole show on its own. That's a whole show on its own.
Nana.
Yeah, that's a whole show on its own.
Every pavement in the city has been taken over by traders. Hawkers. You go to Ansah and say there is pavement.
Yeah. And even the rich people even grass it. They are rich, so they will put grass and what do you call it? Royal palm on it. You don't want to have an eyesight problem in this country. So if you can see, thank God.
No. I don't know what authorities are doing in this country, but it's just so sad. You go to our church spaces and 1,000,001 cars have roadworthy and they drive on the road. Clearly you could see these cars are not roadworthy. But one way or the other, they have roadworthy stickers. God knows where they get them from.
Only God knows where they get them from. Wahab is on the line. Hello, Wahab.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my boss.
Totally support my senior brother who came before the next person.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising because if they have that system that if somebody done something wrong and they can trace it, when you come and do your roadwork, you pay the bill because there is no system. So somebody can even fool with his car or his motor and he go away. The next time he will go and do his roadwork and he go away. Like it's that one that me I don't understand. That the whole nation has nothing, like no system that if somebody done something wrong, we can trace. So if somebody, especially when you go to the hospitals, you will see a lot of cases hit and run. So when the person comes, the person will send a burden to government or the hospital. Meanwhile, the person who did that thing, he's somewhere enjoying. So, I mean, we should all pray so that the system will work. And you too, we are supporting you to do that campaign so that the nation will benefit. God bless you.
God bless you too. This one is Ken in Legon. He says, hi, Nana, there should be body cams on the police and CCTV advantage point that will check disputes between police and motorists. Also, the payment of fines should be to a central bank account, a Momo number. When you, when you pay and send the receipt to the point where your car is impounded, and take your car. After paying 3 or 4 times, you will learn the lesson. None these monies collectors will cater for free SHS and sorting out our hospitals and supporting the police. Let me add that to you. But Kwao is on the line. Hello, Kwao.
Hello, Nana Maju, Nana.
Mejosu, Mejosu.
Nana, and then Maniaji won't come out on the ebo. Efa, Kwaya, Ibetumi, Afaso, Ama, your country, Ghana, a developing country, say, yet me a movie free. Standard we are called the biggest standard. Nana say uka fines and who asemwa idea and who here say paying for 8-year program we and na or was so much or margin a coho. And ye bibia and ye be sorry say ubia ye bibia yen sorry in fanon court na court. Not the bia ye pale in some degree court, not the bia pale in some degree court, not the bia in the assembly yeta. Nimum see the fines ebem. Nasa now the percentages no buy you know. Na say ni pa no ye nem so instantly na what jim sika bia ono ankasa wo ye adwuma ni the whole day e bia ni sika wenya no muti more than half.
Quay's line drop. 0302216541. Good evening, Nana. Something terrible happened last 2 weeks around Ansah Junction. A policeman directing traffic was knocked down by a vehicle. Yeah, I heard that this morning. Sadly, commercial vehicle drivers didn't want to assist in conveying the man to hospital because they claim he was a wicked policeman. Their definition for wicked was because he arrests drivers for doing what's wrong. I was broken. Is that how we treat officers who perform the duties diligently? Our mind is corrupt. I heard the man died. I felt the pain. Ghana is breaking apart with our mentality. Gabriel, Makati Hill. Funny enough, I heard this story this morning about this car running down the policeman. Salifu's on the line. Hello, Salifu.
My great chief, how are you, sir?
I greet you back, sir.
That's good. I hope you and the family you are fine.
We're very good.
And all what you have said, 100%, I support you. But like I always say, where are the chiefs? Where are the chiefs? Nana, you people should take control of this, our country. You have left it with the politicians for long, since Nkrumah time. All what you have discussed, Master, you people should take control. And the fact that you are saying 2% to NCC, for what? It should come to the palace. Look, we are in the computer world. This morning, dawn radio, radio announcement that have been happening in the villages. Master, they have correct messages that they can give to the people, your people in villages. You, the chiefs, should get these radios.
like all what you have been seeing, let them from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, all the important news, the great villages, they will change. I'm saying bad driving and what, everything is in the village. Chiefs, take control, take control. These politicians, they are spoiling our country.
Thank you very much. And the League of Traditional Rulers are tuned in, so I'm sure they got the message direct. None of the police took delivery over 2,000 body cameras last year. Where are they? This is Charles Benoni Okai. Charles is also wishing my good wife a very, very happy birthday. Hello, Kojo is on the line.
Yeah, good evening, Anna.
Good evening, Kojo.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there, my brother.
Good. This is the first time I'm calling, but I've been listening to you for some time now.
I'm grateful.
That's Nana. All that you are saying is good. The sport fine is good. But let me tell you something. The problem is Ghanaians. Someone will be caught and will be charged. Immediately we call someone in authority, and the person will come to his or her aid. Okay? Now the problem with us is indiscipline. Total indiscipline. From the top to the bottom. You mentioned Weja area. I live at Old Botiano. 2007, it rained heavily. And the part we are talking about, if you come there today, the buildings that are springing up, you'll be shocked. But 2007, when it rained heavily, you could see nothing there. The big trees there, you see just the top. And when we are around, let's say, Aplaku Hill, you may see the water as far as to the sea. Today, because we are in the dry season, the land has been sold. I work around and I live around the area. So our problem is indiscipline. The laws are there, but they are not working. Our big men are part of our problems. Always say that unless we change. 50 years to come, Ghana will remain like this, if not worse. So it's about time Ghanaians we come together if only we want this country to change. It's very sad.
Very, very sad. Nana, this is never heavy. This is not heavy at all. If it is heavy, then we must come up with the good laws that guys in various district municipal assemblies and district police post to have more power to deal with such instances as you were saying. Nana, I totally agree with you. Your show is the best. Eliza Lawrence from Valley View University. He says, I just remember something and I had to send this message. Nana, all this makes sense, but which political party wants to set the record straight? They feel they will lose members, so they know what to do, but always beating about the law and the right thing. Thank you. But Papa Ansah is on the phone. Hello, Papa Ansah.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Happy birthday to your lovely wife.
Thank you.
To the point, I support 200%. Shoot to kill the best thing for this country. Because last week, I just came from Amateur, that's Jacobo. It's very pathetic. I went there and the river is like blue. Blue is better than the word, the language color of that water. And we have big men supporting these people. You were talking about this municipal assembly and cultivation in estate. There is someone who has connected a public sewage into the gutter in the man's former president's area. And it comes down to...
Sorry, your line is terrible. Your sign line is terrible. But Nana, the Galamsey issue, aren't the chiefs complicit? The illegal mining is done on lands the chiefs have sovereignty over. Nana, will you tolerate this in Edumasa? Ken at Lego. Ken, if you chop down a tree in Edumasa, I will prosecute you. That's how terrible I am. If you chop down a tree, just a tree, forget about Galamsey, you're going too far. If you chop down a tree, I will prosecute you. But hey, Akon is on the line. Hello, Akon.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Nana, good evening.
Yes, boss.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, sir.
Okay, I'm doing good. And it's interesting to listen to you anytime. But on the subject matter for discussion, I think that the burden of proof should be reversed. If the police stop you and give you a spot fine, you should pay. And then if you think that you did not do what they said you do, with their cameras and everything as evidence, you should go to court and show the court that you did not do that. Than to go in a other tangent. In this country, when people do things that are illegal, the burden of proof is on the police and attorney general to show that they did it. If you acquire illicit wealth, the prosecutor must show that you did. But in an advanced country, the only thing they ask you is that show us the taxes you paid for this money you acquired, this property you have. Show us the taxes. If you cannot show the taxes, you are guilty. If we can reverse our laws to say that this person, we know him before he a politician and he has acquired this property and other things, show us the taxes. If you cannot show us the taxes, you stole our money. And that will do for this country, Ghana, and everything will be okay. If we reverse the burden of proof, who has to prove? Mention all these allegations of people who have acquired this and that and other things. And we are in court forever trying to prove that they acquired it illegally and other things. But if you think about it, just show us the taxes you paid for all your work. And you cannot show us the taxes, then we tell you that it is illegal.
Thank you very much there. 0302216541. Mohammed is on the line. Hello, Mohammed.
Yeah, hello, Nana. Good evening.
Good evening, Mohammed.
Thank you for the good work for the motherland. I hope what you are bringing on the board is very, very fantastic for the good listeners for the motherland. What we are pleading here is the Ghanaians should know what we are consuming. We will not take it away. We will leave it on the land. So we should look at our consuming sector, because the elders always going for what is not good. That is why we are seeing the confusion. Instead of politics, it has become a politics. They are taking the minds of people for their own benefit. So this is what we are pleading for the Ghanaians to know. There are people that want the motherland to move forward, and there are people that want the motherland to go on the confusion. So the talkative, as in journalism, they should know who they are backing for the motherland sector. If the person vision is not good, please, they shouldn't back the person. We should back the good people so that the motherland we have is flag flying. The court setters, there are people know the evil people that are using money to bribe the corruption sector so that they will speak on behalf of them. Meanwhile, what they are doing is not good.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Let me get Samson. Time is going. Hello, Samson.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I think looking at Ghana as a country, we don't really need to educate people on certain things. We have to apply force so that we'll be able to get certain things done. You see, the laws are there like others says, but how are you going to comply with the laws? So until we put force there, people will never obey all rules and regulations. Until we release this military, until we release the police service to be on the street, things will not go on right. We know everything. We know that package here is not right, but people are doing it. So the laws are there, and like the one caller said, sometimes the politicians come to defend some of these people. You do certain things, oh, I know this politician, and the person will call the politician to say, oh, this is my boy, release him. You know, so things of this nature, until we just apply force, we will not get some of these things, or we won't get our country moving forward. We have politicians who they have nothing, and then now politics has now become an entity of money making. So we do ask ourselves: is it for service, or is there for all politicians have to go there and make money? So these things, and we sometimes also contribute to that. We demand a lot from politicians, and at the end, they will try to find ways and means to scoop, and they end up spending our future. They end up chopping into our future and then stalling the generations. Sometimes, like I always say, an orphan does not dip into the cooking pot of the stepmother. No foreigner will come into this country and then know the territory that the person will go and where gold and other things is mining to pollute our water bodies. We are in connection with this. We have people in authority who are in connection with this. They bring Chinese, they bring people, and then they go to see kingmakers and other things, and they'll give them the opportunity to do some of these things. So it is about time we let the laws work. The police and the military to just shoot and kill. That one would rather deter people from doing the bad things, and then we'll go according to how we want the country to move.
Well, I want to say thank you to all those who made it on Thursday to the Golden Worship in support of my good wife. Thank you very much for coming, those who supported in all manner beyond our wildest imagination. I want to say thank you very much. Good evening to Mary Ejapong. You're tuned in all the way from Abetifi. But folks, until next Monday that I come to you with a different opinion, let's think about it. Because we must rescue the nation one way or the other. We must rescue it. We cannot leave it for a chaos and an uproar or row to happen. We must rescue it. Elting is ready to give you the news bulletin, and then Sammy Forsing will be here to overdrive you. In the meantime, in between time, Abeku Sankofi is on the ones and twos. My name is Ansah Kwao the Fourth, and until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter.